We're headed up north right now to look at some more properties and see if we can find anything. We should make it there on time. We're running a little bit late, picking up some stuff for lunch. Last night I stayed up a little bit late, hold on, to make onigiri. We just stopped at Bosa Donuts to pick up breakfast. So I'm looking a little bit crazy right now, and the only reason I'm recording this is just in case one of these homes winds up being our home, just so I have footage of it. So far we haven't had the best luck, and there's not a whole lot of homes popping up on the market that are in our price range. So we've just been keeping an eye out. We have less than 2 months before we leave our home, but I just want to bring you guys along just in case. And I don't even know if I'll ever even upload this, but I'm hoping that one of these properties winds up being the one. Regardless, I think no matter which property we choose, there's gonna be some fixings that we need to do. They're a little bit, they're not new builds or anything, they're older homes, which is fine. We've never bought an older home before. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to make it our own, even if it takes some time. And then that way I can also do some DIY projects and bring you guys along for those. So we'll just have to see. Today we're only going to take a look at 3 homes, and hopefully one of them winds up being the one. If not, then we'll have to come back hopefully next weekend to look at more homes if more come on the market, because so far I feel like they've just kind of been trickling in a little at a time. So anyways, we're getting Bosa Donuts right now, and then we're heading out.
Thank you for choosing Burger King. Where you will? How can I help you?
All right, let me get 2 orders of hash browns.
You said a medium hash brown?
Yeah, just 2 orders of them.
Okay. Anything else?
That's gonna be it.
All right, 611 today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. He just said okay.
I want to say bye. Bye.
Okay.
For dinner tonight, my husband made a celebratory meal because they accepted our offer. I didn't wind up vlogging anything when we went to go look at the homes, just because I was so focused on actually looking at the homes that I completely forgot. But we put in an offer for one that we really liked, and they accepted our offer. So this is what he made us for dinner.
Well, the food's ready.
Sushi. Sushi, and then we have some sriracha mayo right here. And some of the kids requested peanut sauce, so we have that too. But look how delicious that looks. It's happening. We have a home.
It's just apple cider, so that'll be for you guys. Here you go, madam.
When everything's packed away.
I'm about to drink.
It's happening. Our offer got accepted and it feels surreal. I was napping because I was really excited. There's a dead lizard. Hold on. I'll update you on it later. Oh. Hi there. I wanted to give you an update on what's been going on lately, because I was going to finish it up the other day, but then I completely forgot. We've been kind of busy getting all of the paperwork done, getting all of the documents. This weekend we're gonna head back up north for the home inspection on the house that we put in an offer for, and we're so excited because yesterday we finally signed the papers. We're under contract, and thankfully they're working with us because our closing date is a little bit farther out than usual. So we have a few things planned out so far. The first one is my husband and I are going to start moving a lot of my trees that are in containers over to my sister's house. I already asked her. I'm gonna go ahead and set them back up on drip irrigation, but that way I can really just clean up the turf and clear out everything that I'm not going to be taking with me. And I still have to go through and decide exactly which trees and plants I'm going to be leaving behind and which ones I'm going to be taking with me. Ideally, I would love to take everything with me, but I just feel like that's not realistic, just because I don't think all of it is gonna fit into a U-Haul truck. And I also want to leave some for the people buying the house, mostly because one of the big reasons that they fell in love with the house was because of Serendipity. They loved the garden. Their realtor has mentioned multiple times how they're really hoping that I leave some plants behind for them aside from what's already inside of the ground, like the grapevines and the Don Juan climbing roses. And I think I am, just so that once we move, I have the opportunity to plant new things, but also this way they get a little head start and eventually they can just continue adding back to the garden as they want. I also plan on giving some of my plants away to my mother-in-law. She has a property up north that maybe she can plant some of the trees in, like the fig trees. She is obsessed with fig trees, so maybe we can do something like that, and then I can just start fresh. That's what I'm really excited about. Is when we first started this whole process, I thought for sure I cannot leave a single plant behind because they all have so much sentimental meaning to me, and they still do, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I know that I'm gonna have a fresh start over there, and I want to take as much as I can with me. But at the same time, I want to give myself enough space to plant new things that I don't have right now. And as you know, I do happen to have a ton of trees, so that's something I'm trying to keep in mind. The property that we bought, I'll show you what the yard in the new property looks like later on. For the inside of the home, I don't plan on doing like a full tour or anything like that, just for privacy reasons, you know, for safety. But there is a lot of updates that we're going to do to the house. Like eventually we want to do the flooring. We don't know if we're going to do that right away or if we're going to hold off a little bit. I want to repaint the kitchen cabinets. My husband wanted to switch it all out, but I really want to DIY a lot of things. Number one, to save money, but number two, because I love DIYing stuff, and I feel like cabinets that are older a lot of the times are much better quality wood than the ones that they have now. So I want to try and salvage as much as I can. The house also has a fireplace, so that's really cool. There's just a lot to do where I'm gonna have to repaint the walls. I want to paint the outside of the house. I want to set up a new fence in the front yard. That way I feel a lot more comfortable with the kids being outside, but also so that I can garden in the front yard a lot more comfortably, and I can have a little bit more privacy from neighbors. And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. Yesterday we finally signed the contract, and I was so nervous because the houses that we've been looking at are gone within a couple of days, and because we can only go on the weekends, and it's not even every single weekend, a lot of the times whenever there was a home that we had our eye on, by the time we were finally able to go up north to take a look at it, it was already under contract or in negotiations. So I was very nervous about how long it would take us to find a home and be able to go under contract for a home. And now that we have one, I feel so much more relief because I feel like I know where we're going to go after we move out of here, you know? And you know what? The weird thing too is that I told my husband, it's felt like this every time we moved. We've only owned 2 homes. The first one was a townhouse, and then this one. But there comes a point after we've packed up most of the things where it feels like it's not our house anymore. Like we still have a lot of our stuff in the house. We still have some furniture. We still have some clothes. We're not fully moved out, but it no longer feels like home. It feels like we're just like, it feels like we don't have a place where we belong, or at least for me, that's how it feels. And sometimes it can be a little bit scary and a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been a little bit down lately because of that, because I can't garden. I have the house clean, but it doesn't feel like my home anymore, you know, and it's so crazy. And before we went under contract for this new home, well, I guess it's an old home, but our new future home, I had this fear of time ticking down and us not having somewhere to go to. And we have the ability to stay with family or to rent out a place for the time being. But that's different from knowing exactly where we're going to be long term. And I don't handle change very good. And for both my husband and I, this is the biggest change that has happened in our lives aside from having kids and getting married. Because we've lived in the low desert our whole lives. Moving to a completely different zone feels unreal. Feels unreal, and honestly a little bit scary. I feel like I think I know what to expect, but I've only ever lived in a zone 9B, 10A. You know, like down here, it's so hot all the time. For example, the last few days, it had been in the 90s. I think there was even one day when it was in the 80s. It felt amazing, chilly even. But now, today, it's like 105. I think tomorrow or the day after, it's going to be 110 degrees. And that's what the low desert is like. Like the 90s feel like cool weather here compared to other days when it's just ridiculously hot. And up north, when we've gone up there, it feels warm, but it's like at the 80s. It's in the 70s. And once we move up there, it's gonna snow at times, you know? It's gonna snow, it's gonna rain, it's gonna be breezy and chilly and cold. And oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to that. But anytime we've gone up north for any sort of trip, it's always a very short time, just a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3, if that. So permanently living up there and experiencing the weather day after day is going to be an adjustment for sure. I don't even know if we have the right type of clothing. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I really want to go thrifting. But anyways, I'm trying to hold off on all of that until we move, because I already have most of our clothes packed up, most of the house packed up. There's a couple of furniture pieces here and there, but our garage is completely full, so there's nowhere else we can put it until we actually start moving everything out. And right now, currently, we're waiting on the appraisal for our home for the buyer, and then once all of that's done, we're also going to schedule the appraisal for the home that we want to buy. But first, we got to do the inspection, and that's this weekend. So that's the update so far. It feels really exciting, really scary, but the excitement overpowers everything for sure. Yeah, recently I've found myself watching a lot of DIY videos, a lot of house remodeling, house transformation videos. For this home, I feel like a lot of the updates that we're going to do are going to be more aesthetic. Like, we're not knocking down walls or anything like that. It's going to be more so like updating paint. The floorings is probably going to be one of the larger projects, and I'm not even sure if we're going to do that right off the bat. It just depends on how expensive it is, because we do still want to do other updates like putting in reverse osmosis. We have that here at this house, and I cannot begin to tell you how much I love our drinking water because it just tastes so good. And we also want to put in and we also want to add a water softener because the water tends to be really hard, and stuff like that adds up. You know, it's a lot of money. So we have to budget and see what we're going to be able to spend money on and what we're not going to be able to spend money on. I'm really excited about the new garden. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do the layout. I for sure still want to keep it very fairy tale-esque. I feel like I'll finally have space to do some espalier trees. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I have so many thoughts running through my mind of what I can do and how I'm gonna set up the new garden, what views I want to have, things like that. But because when we move up there, it's gonna be winter time, most likely I won't be able to start gardening until next year in the spring. But that's fine, because that'll give me the winter time to work on home projects, and then also to work on setting up the garden beds so that come spring I'm able to start planting in it. So yeah, so that is the update so far. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so relieved that we have a home. And I can't wait for this new chapter and to be able to start over with Serendipity in zone 7B or 8A. I keep looking up the zip code, but that's all that Google tells me. It's 7B to 8A. So it kind of goes in between there, I guess, depending on what microclimate we're in. So yeah. So that's the update for now. In the meantime, all I've been doing is really just cleaning up the house, trying to get it as ready as possible for the home appraisal, so that hopefully everything goes smoothly and there's no hiccups along the way, so that this move is the least stressful possible that it can be, because it's probably going to be the biggest move of our lives so far. And I'm so ready for it. I also plan on doing like a final garden tour. I want to film a few more videos just showing you the layout and stuff. But there's no vegetable garden in the backyard right now. The only plants there are the perennials and my trees. That's it. I haven't planted any sort of vegetables. There's a few things that have popped up that self-seeded or are volunteers, but there's nothing that I've gone out there to plant anymore, just because I know the clock is ticking and I want the new homeowners to be able to plant whatever they want. I don't want to fill it up with all my stuff and then not give them the opportunity to experience the joy of gardening and planting your own seeds and planting your own transplants and stuff like that. So anyways, with that said, I'm gonna go keep cleaning because the appraisal is probably gonna happen this weekend for our home too. So let me keep going.